Hello everyone and welcome back. Hope we are well. Today I have another watch from Seiko to review for you guys. This watch is from Seiko's Premier collection and the reference number for this model is SRX015P1. Now this watch does come with a blue dial as well, and the reference number for that particular model is SRX017P1. Now before we start with the review, I know I'm repeating myself. When you subscribe to my channel, it really helps. It allows for this channel to be here. So if you are watching my videos unsubscribed, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so I can keep making these videos for you and keep you posted with the future content as well. Now Seiko offers a range of watches with different types of movements in their Premier collection. The movements range from solar to mechanical to quartz. This watch I have here with me has Seiko's in-house Kinetic Direct Drive caliber 5D88 movement in there. Now the question is, what is a Kinetic Direct Drive movement? So this is a quartz movement that has an automatic rotor to generate power for the movement. So to put this into context and compare it to an automatic movement, both movements use the same principle to generate power. But in case of Kinetic Direct Drive, this movement, instead of winding a spring, the rotors generate power which is then fed to a rechargeable battery. Now this movement can be wound as well, and what I like the most about this movement or this particular watch is that you can see how much power you're generating. Now I'll show you what I mean when I say you can see how much power you're generating. So to generate power on this watch, it's pretty much like your automatic or mechanical watch. You'll need to move the spin the crown in a clockwise position. So when the crown is in its original position, you spin the crown in a clockwise position, and you'll see the little hand on the left hand side of the dial on the power reserve indicator will start moving in an upward direction. Now that tells you or shows you that you are generating power for your watch. So once you're done with this, or if you generated enough power reserve for your watch, then you let the crown go, and you will see the little hand will first go down to 0 to its original position, and will move up again and will stop on a certain point on the scale, and that will show you how much power reserve you have left on your watch. Now you cannot overcharge the watch, as it comes with the overcharge prevention function, which is quite handy to have. When fully charged, the watch will hold a power reserve of up to a month, which is represented by the letter M on the power reserve scale, as you can see again on the left hand side of the dial. Now if you wear this watch regularly enough, then you will not need to hand wind it that often, but I believe it's good to have that functionality there anyway, just in case if you don't wear the watch for a month or so, then you can always hand wind it and generate enough power for the watch to start again. But in most cases, having a month's worth of power should be sufficient for most people, but given that your watch is fully charged. So so that's how the power reserve and the movement works on this particular watch. Now let's look at the dial as well. There's a few things happening there. It's a busy looking dial. So let's start from the top of the dial at 12 o'clock, where you have the Moonphase indicator. Now to set the Moonphase to your location, what you need to do is you need to push this little button on the left hand side of the case, and you keep pushing it until you arrive at the position applicable to your location. I really like the Moonphase complication on this watch. Now that you'll see the two other sub-dials on the watch as well. The one at 3 o'clock represents the date function, the date of the month, so that's where you set the date. Now the other one at 3 o'clock has two functionalities in there. So the first one is you can set the day of the week. I'll give you a closer look, and the second is your 24-hour clock. So those are the two things that you set on the second sub dial at 3 o'clock, and obviously the one on the left hand side is the power reserve indicator that we spoke about earlier as well. Now let's talk about the dimensions on this watch as well. The case size on this watch is 42.5 millimeters, and the case thickness is 12 0.7 millimeters on this watch, and the lug-to-lug distance on this watch is 48.4 millimeters. Now, you get sapphire crystal at the front, and with a closed case back, you can see Seiko Premier written in the case at the back. Now, this watch has 100 meters of water resistance, so it's quite handy to have that. So this watch should be okay for a dip in the water in the swimming pool. I mean, this is not a diver's watch, but 100 meters of water resistance should be more than sufficient for a light swimming activities. Now, this watch comes standard with this stainless steel bracelet from Seiko. Now, I have it's a good quality bracelet. I've got nothing against it, but I have this replaced with this blue leather strap. The only reason behind that is I personally believe this leather strap goes really well with the overall look of this dial, and especially with the blue hands on the dial as well. It really stands out, so that's why I have this I have this blue leather band on there, but you can always keep it to its original stainless steel bracelet as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, this watch retails at 1,500 Australian dollars, and again, depending on your location, you might be able to get a discount on this watch as well through your authorized retailers, either online or by visiting their store. I'll put this watch on my 7-inch wrist now to show you guys how this fits on my wrist, to give you an idea. It's not a small watch by any stretch of imagination, but there is some lug overhang, but it's not too bad. It's definitely manageable. Again, the dial is beautiful. I mean, as I said again, there's a few things happening with the dial. It's a busy looking dial, but I think Seiko has done a decent job with the dial to make it look that attractive. It's a really good looking watch. I think it will add a variety to your collection as well. It's a different kind of movement than your normal quartz or automatic movement, so it's always it can be a talking piece for you to add it to your collection and keep it there. So give you a closer look at the watch again. So this concludes our review of this Seiko Premier. So if you like this review, please again subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and keep this channel alive. I'll see you again with my next video. Until then, be kind to one another and stay safe. Thank you for watching.